Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to rainy, overcast, and most definitely gusty Barbados. This winds and this rain was not expected this morning. It was not predicted, and it certainly was not expected. Not this bad anyhow, not by me. So I just want to bring you to this section of the island today. The original thought was today we would enjoy a full moon and we would also enjoy a rising sun, the best of both worlds. But unfortunately, the weather conditions were not that way for us this morning. Still doesn't make a difference because we're going to see beautiful, beautiful Barbados on a rainy day. Sometimes when it's raining like this, you don't leave home. So we can give you the opportunity to experience and enjoy this beauty with us this morning. Welcome to the beautiful parish of St. John. Definitely my angel's favorite parish of all. She loves St. John. She always has said that from the very first time that I took her to Lemon Arbor. And she looked out over the valleys and stuff. She said, I feel like I'm at home. Don't mind we living in Christchurch. She loves St. John. So anytime we can bring her up here. We're going to face the other way for now. Because of the intense winds and trying to balance this umbrella along with the tripod and everything else. But before we go any further, I would like to say our serenity prayer. Those of you who'd like to join us, please do so now. All others will be back to you in a few moments. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Beautiful, strong, very strong prayer. If you understand that, you will definitely get through almost anything that comes your way. And if you don't think you can get through it, say it a few more times because it is very positive and a very strong prayer. We are right now at St. Mark's Anglican Church. The original structure here, you can see the war wagon. It's just waiting on our driver to come and clean it. Driver, before I go any further, that job is yours. I don't mind if you wait until you come back in November, December, January, February, March. I'm leaving that for you. That's the love and care I have for you, my dear. And you know, the original structure was built on this site here. Get this cost, so at a cost of £500. It was back in 1823 it started, and it finished in 1829 on the construction. And imagine that 2 years later it was destroyed by a hurricane, 1831. That didn't dismay the people of this parish show, because they then reconstructed it between 1832 and 1833, and that's the present structure we're seeing now. They've had some additions put onto it over the years, but the main structure here is quite old, as you can appreciate. That's a long time ago. I am not sure what the satellite dish is here on the side. I've seen that every time I've come here. Said I was going to check it out, and I've never done so. So forgive me on that there. But I will find it out for you if I can at some stage of the game. I'll let you know. I did look for it this morning on site to see if I could find out a little information about it, because I know it was going to catch some interest, but I was unable to do so. We're currently looking into what is known as Concept Bay. Now, Concept Bay is a beautiful little fishing village. Absolutely lovely. I have a brilliant jetty, lovely mooring and stuff, but as you can see there from the golden mat, they suffer tremendously in this area with sargassum. We haven't actually done the Concept Bay beach area because of the sargassum situation that has been down there. It did clear up a little bit earlier on than this year. However, other interests were in place, and therefore we didn't actually venture down there. But we will do that one of these days. I have done some still shots and stuff from the jetty in the past, but as for a live vlog, no, we have not done that as yet. So at some stage of the game, we'll do so. Looking just beyond that, as you see the little cove here, and then it goes out and you see a beach in the distance. You may barely make it out. It's a very narrow beach area. That is Bath Beach. That's also in the parish of St. John. So we're looking from here through Concept into Bath. As you can see, there's no beach that runs between Concept and Bath. At low tide, you can walk on the coral reef about knee deep. But you have to pick your day and your tide right, and also the swell conditions as well. Beyond Bath Beach, and we work our way down into Martin's Bay, which would be the next big cove you're seeing. Actually, you wouldn't see Martin's Bay from here, because the point that you're seeing there would be Conger Bay, where we have also done a tour from before. I went with Mark, we did a tour down there, and then the point itself there would be where we go into Martin's Bay itself. Beautiful, beautiful countryside of Barbados, just absolutely stunning. Don't mind the dirty truck. We're not looking beyond that today. Just like we look beyond the sargassum on the reef or on the beach, we're looking beyond the dirty truck today. Our driver will sort that out in the coming future. Don't worry about it. As you can see, there's a fresh float from the color of that sargassum. Is a fresh float. So get ready on the east coast for a little bit more of the action. Now in another week's time, they're going to be starting our big competition here, the WSL. Strangely enough, looking at the wave charts this morning, it drops just before it starts. Hopefully weather conditions will be better. The winds are also going to be on the decrease as well, so we're going to see how that goes. But I know one thing for sure, the entertainment down there is going to be lots of fun. Now we're going to spin around, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put this brolly down below the actual structure itself to get it out of the wind, and then I'm going to come back around because the wind has actually stopped and give me both hands that I would be able to work on this view. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rest you here for a second, tripod style, let you enjoy some of this view, and I'll be back with you. Hopefully it doesn't blow over. We will see how that goes anyhow. So I'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. Just bear with me. Alright, let's try it. I've decided to keep it close just in case the wind decides not to cooperate this morning and blow me away. So here we go. Alright, we're looking over, as I said, we're in the St. John area. That is Concept Bay. We're in the area known as College Savannah. That's what this area is called. It's going to be a little bit windy here, so we can try our best to give you some views around here as well. Where we were looking this morning is from St. John into St. Philip. The furthest point that you're seeing there is Ragged Point. You can see the lighthouse. I guess you should be able to make it out. The resolution looks good enough that you'll be able to make it out. And this area seems a little bit better than it could have been. It looks a little bit better today. We're going to be blowing all around a little bit just while we get through this section here. Now the point you will notice directly in the center of the camera, we were there a couple of weeks ago. That's Bell Point. I think about 2 weeks ago or so, as you remember, we had a rough wind condition up there. We're also experiencing it again here. You can see all of the clouds and stuff that are moving in or bringing the gusts. We did have a little lull this morning in the winds. The actual standard winds had dropped quite a bit down to like 15 knots. I thought we would be good. Gusts will be going up from around 7 o'clock, so it will be getting more intense and more windy throughout the day. But I thought we would try and capture up here if we could. We're looking over into St. Philip now. As you know, Ragged Point is in St. Philip, and you can actually see the coastline right around, way around almost to Sam Lord's Castle itself, and beyond Sam Lord's Castle you can make out the ocean if you have the clarity to do so. So it does give you a beautiful, beautiful view from here. We're going to work our way again below so we can see down below again. Lots of residential area up here. Have a lot of homes, especially as you go down to the Concept Bay. Concept Bay is sort of like a little bath beach, a little bit of cattle wash, everything mixed up, but even quieter. It is a place where you will find some beach homes that are rented out, and also very few are actually lived in year round, but a couple are. It is not a massive amount of homes on the actual beach area itself, but it is a beautiful little fishing town and extremely quiet. The folks that live that have homes there that go over like for vacations and stuff say they would never go anywhere else in this world because it is so peaceful and so beautiful, and I don't doubt that whatsoever. As I said, the only challenge down in there would be the sargassum, which is pretty heavy over the last 2 years now. Ridges of St. John, looking up there as well, it's beautiful this morning. We're not going to be doing a long vlog because it is extremely challenging, as you can appreciate, and because of the winds and stuff, we really can't stay on the above side of the building. We're going to work our way down the lower section, and we're going to have a look around here as well. If you're looking for this here, just put in your GPS for Concept Bay. Before you start to descend the hill into Concept Bay, you will find St. Mark's Church. It's quite clearly marked for you, so it wouldn't be a problem, and you're finding it for sure. Beautiful, beautiful church. Lovely steeple, just lovely. I actually haven't been here to listen to the bell ringing, but I would love, or the bell tolling. I would love to do so one of these days, because I can imagine how lovely it would be to overlook this kind of scenery and listen to that as well at the same time as it chimes. It's beautiful over here, really beautiful. As you can see, there's not a lot of buildings on the hills and stuff in this area. There are some, of course, but not as many as you would find like further on in the coastline itself. Beautiful. As I said before, we're not beyond too long this morning. We're just bringing you to somewhere different. We knew the conditions would be a little bit challenging, but I was really trying to get the best of both worlds at full moon because it's still there. Saw that earlier this morning from home. I am surprised to see how much rain is coming in because the satellite imagery did not show that. It showed some patches coming in. The weather predictions were just for isolated brief showers, Winds are supposed to be a little bit down, so I am a little bit surprised at the conditions that we're experiencing right now. But that's all right, because that is what life is all about. We have to be able to adapt to the surprises and the unforeseens that come our way. That is what makes life interesting and what makes it sort of like a growth pattern for us. Because if everything was smooth and everything was rosy and everything was great all the time, how could we possibly appreciate the beautiful things in life? We wouldn't know what the beautiful things are. With the little bit of challenges that we face, with the unexpected things that may occur in our lives, that is what makes the good times and the great times so impressive, because we do have something to base it on and compare it to. Just beautiful. Electric buses run up here again, so if our ladies are interested in taking a trip up to Concept Bay, you can do so in air-conditioned comfort. Electric buses up here, beautiful. A great enhancement to our bus fleet. Not only to be electric, but also to be air-conditioning. That is a brilliant, brilliant thing to happen. And so far, I haven't heard any bad reports on them. And when I say bad reports, I mean any breaking down or anything like that. I'm sure one or two of them have, but nothing like the ones that we used to have here before that you see down all the time. You would see them on the side of the road. So we have a much better addition to the fleet now, and hopefully a much more consistent routing. I know some people used to leave home at 4 o'clock in the morning to stand up for the 5 o'clock bus. It didn't come till 6. And then when they were leaving work in the afternoon, they stood in the bus stand till 9 o'clock on the night to get home. So that is how things were, but things are better now. So we can say that things are much, much better. I'm going to take you just a little bit more, show you a little bit more on the church itself, just a little glimpse at it. There is a huge shower coming in, big squall coming in a few seconds time. So we're not going to venture too far on the above side. You can see the chop on the water. That is the gusts that are coming with it as well. Here's a beautiful spot where you can see the real Barbados. This is the corals. Now this is actually a good example of the cliffs that we talk about on the waterfront edges. This is at one time, this is obviously right down on the sea, on the high water mark. But as you can see, all of the weaker matter has been eaten out, just leaving the main coral itself. That is Barbados itself. Coral mass, beautiful. So you'll find little caves along all these cliff sections where the weaker stone and stuff was taken out, or weaker materials like sand and stuff, and the clay and thing would have been removed by the higher tides. And this is what you would call the real Barbados cliff. So I think we're doing the same thing right now. I think this is what we're seeing. I don't know. I'm just a layman talking off the top of my head. But I believe that what we are presently seeing, where we're seeing what we think is erosion, especially on the East Coast, is just the growth. The weaker stuff getting moved, and as it grows, we will find it starting to go again, hopefully. Nice little vantage point here you can come right out on and look around for you. I'm going to offer you a 360 from this location. We haven't done any of them yet, so here we go. Just beautiful, absolutely stunning. I don't know if I made it quite up to 360, but I think I did, so I will argue that with anyone right now. We'll see. Anyhow, just to show you something that is very interesting. Originally, almost every home in Barbados had this angle on the roof. This is actually quite intense. It's usually like between 45, and as you can see here, this is closer to 90 degrees. These are designed so that when the winds of hurricanes come, they actually blow the roof down rather than lift it. The flat roof, unless it has a parapet around it, you're going to have major challenges with. Have a look at the home stock that's in this area. Everyone, or pretty much everyone, has a flat or very light angle roof. if we ever have a hurricane, God forbid, or anything like that come through, all of these roofs here are going to be gone. These are going to be like sails because they are not structured that way. You'll also know in the original days of Barbados, every room had a roof on it as well. Even if it was a chattel home, you would find 4 or 5 little steeples or 3 little steeples on that home, because if a roof went, it did not disturb the other roof. There was a safe zone, and all of them had that same angle. But as you will see now, one roof pretty much covers all of these massive structures. So if that starts to peel or lift, it is gone. It would be like a kite in the wind, gone. So you know, it's all, I know that things are costly and things are expensive and stuff, but as we start to compromise on the safety and the structure building in Barbados, we have a problem. That is not something that I'm only saying. That's something that the experts have said as well, that we need to have more stringent building codes because of the unforeseen that can happen. Just beautiful. Now you all have not seen me because I was being challenged. I have my massive umbrella here. Took some licks this morning. Let me tell you, I suppose you might have a duty umbrella. And as you can see, I have on a shirt for respect. I'm in a churchyard. I wouldn't come up here bareback under any condition. There are certain places I would not do that. It's just a matter of respect. So that is why you will see me in a shirt this morning. Not that I'm cold, because I am a he-man. I don't get cold here in Barbados anyhow. You would have to take me north to get me cold for sure. And you know, I also have this heavy duty umbrella, which is supposed to be our rain shield against these kind of incredible winds and stuff. Didn't stand up too well this morning, so all of the expected standards of that did not last either. And you know, good morning to all of you all. I want to say hello. I want to thank you all for joining the EMC family and myself this week. We have had an amazing week. We've had a few challenges with microphones. We are having some wind challenges today with some rains and stuff. But you know what? We go on. It's just like life. We're not giving up. If something comes along, we will work on it to the best of our ability. Serenity, prayer, and we leave the rest in God's hands. That is what He wants for us to do. That is how He gives us the chance to live, that we don't burden ourselves with all the responsibilities that are not ours to burden ourselves with. So good morning to each and every one of you. I can see some beautiful skies over here. I don't know if you can make out the colors of them, and it's just beautiful. It sort of looks like a northern lights kind of thing, I guess. And then you can see the showers way down in Callawash, and you can also see the glimmer of light that's hitting the shoreline in Callawash, that has all of the white water down there looking like just a band of silver. Just beautiful conditions. To my friends and our family that's staying in Callawash, good morning to each and every one of you. You have a beautiful day ahead of you, rain or shine. We all have a beautiful day ahead of us, even if it's snowing. But as you can see, that shower is most definitely coming. So we are going to definitely be signing off now. I want to thank you all again for being with us. It has been a pleasure to take you around Barbados and show you the beauty of Barbados through my eyes. It has been a pleasure to have your companionship with me as well. You know, your company means the world to me, because if I can bring one person on this journey with me, I am doing what God has asked me to do. He's asked me just to bring the peace and the happiness and the kindness and the care and the love and the hope that I can possibly bring in these times that a lot of people are calling dark times. You know, we are so sad about what's going on in the world, but one thing for sure is, you know, we can pray for them. That's basically what we can do, or any other little thing that we can do. But one thing for sure is we can't forget the peace and the happiness we have and the beauty that we have. So let us enjoy that. Let us say the prayers for those unfortunate ones all over the world that are being, you know, not knowing what peace and kindness is today, not knowing what fresh air is today. Oh, talking about fresh air, hold on a second. Let me do this for all of you all that like to know about it. Here we go. As pure as you could want. There's no smell here whatsoever, but just purity. Just perfect, and perfect for you all. And you know, guys, you all be peaceful, be kind to everyone around you. Carry the love today. Remember, tomorrow is an off day. It's not a rest day, it's an off day. If you are in Barbados, please come down by the office, which is, as you all would know, is our EMC Festive Beachfront Lounge. Come and join us from around 3 p.m. Meet some of the family that you've never met before. See what it's like to have a good time, because one thing about Crystal Waters, they say it is for the elderly people or the older folks. I got to use both of those words. But one thing for sure is, the folks that I meet at Crystal Waters know how to have a good time, know how to enjoy themselves, and know how to be grateful and be happy for the things that we're blessed with. Have a great day. Love you all. Rain's coming. See you all on Monday. Ciao for now.